सकल विश्व को हार बनावे, सकल विश्व को हार बनावे। हे प्रभु हम तुमसे वर पावे, हे प्रभु हम तुमसे वर पावे। वैर विघ्न को दूर भगावे, वैर विघ्न को दूर भगावे। प्रीति रीति की नीति चलावे, प्रीति रीति की नीति चलावे। हे प्रभु हम तुमसे वर पावे, हे प्रभु हम तुमसे वर पावे।
सबको नमस्ते।
सबको सादर नमस्ते जी।
सबको सादर नमस्ते जी।
नमस्ते जी।
Today is Friday, March 8th, 2024, and we are now going to start our session on Sandhya Upaasanaa Mantra Swadhyaya. I was looking for Suyashaji, but I found you.
Actually, Suyasha ji has refused to take the sessions for maybe for few, I don't know exactly what time.
So
So
indefinitely,
Vishnu,
indefinitely,
Anji,
indefinitely both of she has.
not indefinitely. She wants to, but there is some कुछ है उनके challenges, so she cannot. So that's why Vishnu ji has asked me to take the Friday session till the time she is ready.
Well, you are most welcome to come. At least somebody should inform me, so that I'm not looking for her. You know.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe Vishnu ji has talked to you. Okay.
No, nobody has spoken to me. Please let me know in future. Anyway.
Sure.
Please start. I don't have to give introduction. Everybody knows here.
जी ठीक है, धन्यवाद। Let's sit straight. Close our eyes gently. We'll chant Om 3 times. Inhale deeply. Om. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Vitaye Shayyorabhisravantu Naha. Om Vak Vak. Om Pranaha Pranaha. Om Chakshuh Chakshuh. Om Shrotram Shrotram. Om Nabhihi. ॐ हृदयम् ॐ कण्ठः ॐ शिरः ॐ बाहुभ्यां यशोबलम् ॐ करतलकरपृष्ठे ॐ भुः पुनातु शिरसि ॐ भुवः पुनातु नेत्रयोः ॐ स्वः पुनातु कण्ठे ॐ महः पुनातु हृदये ॐ जनः पुनातु नाभ्याम् ॐ तपः पुनातु पादयोः ॐ सत्यं पुनातु पुनः शिरसि ॐ खं ब्रह्म पुनातु सर्वत्र ॐ भुः ॐ भुवः ॐ स्वः ॐ महः ॐ जनः ॐ तपः ॐ सत्यम् ॐ ऋतं च सत्यं चाभिधात्तपसोऽध्यजायत ततो रात्र्यजायत ततः समुद्रो अर्णवः ॐ समुद्रादर्णवादधी संवत्सरो अजायत अहोरात्राणि विदधत् विश्वस्य मिषतो वशी. In this month, we pray for the flawless life. We pray to restrict ourselves from the evil actions at the level of thoughts, words, and body. This mantra says this entire cosmos that Supreme Being has created easily as like raising eyelids. He has created this effortlessly. Vashi, this entire universe is in his control. He rules and controls the entire world. May we not tend to sinful actions. May we refrain from evil actions by focusing on the greatness of God, His creation, and its vastness. Om Surya Chandramasau Dhata Yatha Purvam Kalpayat Divam cha Prithivim Chantarikshamatho Swaha. Om Shanno Devi Rabhishtaya Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Shayyorabhisravantu Naham. Om Prachidigagniradipatirasito Rakshita Ditya Ishavaha तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदत्मः ॐ दक्षिणादिगिन्द्रोऽधिपतिस्थिरश्चिराजि रक्षिता पितर ईशवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् द्वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदत्मः ॐ प्रतीचिदिक्वरुणोऽधिपतिः प्रीदाकु रक्षितान्नमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदत्मः ॐ उदीचिदिक्सोमोऽधिपतिः स्वजो रक्षिता शनिरिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं वोजं भेदत्मः ॐ ऊर्ध्वादिक्बृहस्पतिरधिपतिः श्वित्रो रक्षिता वर्षमिषवः तेभ्यो नमोऽधिपतिभ्यो नमो रक्षितृभ्यो नमः ईशुभ्यो नमः एभ्यो अस्तु योऽस्मान् वेष्टियं वयं द्विष्मस्तं भोजं भेदत्मः ॐ उद्वयं तमसस्परिस्वः पश्यन्त उत्तरम् देवं देवत्रा सूर्यमगन्मज्योतिरुत्तमम् ॐ उदुत्यं जातवेदसं देवं वहन्ति केतवः दृशे विश्वाय सूर्यम् ॐ चित्रं देवानामुदगादनीकं चक्षुर्मित्रस्य वरुणस्याग्नेः आप्राद्या वा पृथिवी अन्तरिक्षं सूर्य आत्मा जगतस्तस्थुषश्च स्वाहा ॐ तच्चक्षुर्देवहितं पुरस्तात् शुक्रमुच्चरत् पश्येम शरदः शतं शृणुयाम शरदः शतं प्रब्रवाम शरदः शतमदीनाः स्याम शरदः शतं भूयश्च शरदः शतात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् हे ईश्वर दयानिधे भवत्कृपया नेन जपोपासनादिकर्मणा धर्मार्थकाममोक्षाणां सद्यः सिद्धिर्भवेन्नः। ॐ नमः शम्भवाय च मयोभवाय च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। Let's rub our palms, cover the closed eyes, and take away our palms and open our eyes gently. I think आपको access देना होगा. Share the screen.
Yeah,
Or I
I'm going
can.
to make you co-host.
जी.
Okay, you are co-host now.
जी. As we were, our sessions on Friday were going on regarding the steadiness of mind. That the more we work upon our mind, as the last session we did that mantra, yena karmanya paso, that we need to direct our mind. First, we need to cultivate virtues, and then we need to direct our mind onto the right action, keep it engaged into the noble actions. That way, we are able to get control. We can have a mind which is of resoluted nature, which is of determined nature, and we can have determined or noble thoughts, intentions, and actions. In that series, I have brought today another mantra. This is from Rigveda, 4th month of the 30th Sukt of the 5th Mandal. This mantra also suggests that one should make his maximum efforts to steady the mind, and what all benefits one can reap from that, they are described in this mantra. So it starts with STHIRAM MANASHCHAKRISHE. The entire mantra goes on. JAATA INDRA VESHEEDEKO YUDHAYE BOOYASASHCHIT CHICCHHAVASAA DIDYUTO VIDO GAVAAMOORVAMUSRIYAANAAM. So if we break up the words of this mantra, it becomes STHIRAM MANAH CHAKRISHE JAATAH INDRA VESHी इत एकः युधये भूयसः चित् अश्मानं चित् विविदः गवाम् ऊर्वम् उस्त्रियाणाम्. The entire psychology also agrees. The modern science also agrees that mind plays a significant role in our life. Whatever we are today, we are on the basis of our mind. Whatever kind of thoughts, emotions, feelings, knowledge we have in our mind, because mind is the storehouse of those thoughts and emotions. The way we think, we become like that. And to have a control over our thoughts and emotions, we need to practice. We need to strive to steady our mind. That's what this mantra also suggests. Sthiram manaha. One who puts his efforts to steady his mind, to stabilize his mind, who make it to a resoluted nature. Chakrishe, the one who is able to do, who's able to steady his mind, Jataha Indra. Jataha, he gets born. He becomes like Indra. Indra means the one who is the master of his senses, because our mind is the controller of our both action senses and knowledge senses. So one becomes the master of his senses only by stabilizing his or her mind, by controlling his or her mind. Veshi. Then Veshi means he attains. This is the root verb here is, जो यहाँ पर मूल धातु है वी है, and the meaning of वी is gati and vyapnoti. So both the meanings come in this, gati and vyapnoti. So gati means to attain, prapti, jnana prapti or gaman. So one is able to attain, one is able to conquer, one is able to achieve. What does he achieve? With ekaha. Ekaha, merely by the power of his mind, by himself, being alone. He does not need any such external help. By his own strength, Yudhaye, he is ready for that war, ready for that war against Bhooyasaha. Bhooyasaha means many, a lot of, even if there are a lot of bad desires, flaws, evil tendencies in the mind, they all get, I think one word is missing in this breakup of this mantra, which is given, which is given in the full mantra. In the second sentence of this mantra, I think, or maybe I am not able to see them. Let me see. Yes, I think few words are missing. Okay. So Bhooyaschit. Till then it's there. Then come CHICCHHAVASAA. In the next sentence, Chit, and then if we break this sandhi, it will become CHICCHHAVASAA. Then the next word is DIDYUTO. DIDYUTO means, its meaning is Vijay Kartri Sena, the army or the troops which leads to victory. So one becomes able to win over a lot of his bad desires, a lot of evil tendencies, which are like ASHMAANAM Chit. And those evil or sinful tendencies, they are like Ashman means pathar. They are like a big mountain or a big rock of evil desires. So one becomes able to, Didyuto, one becomes able to destroy it with its army, with its troop, which will always bring victory. And that victory can always be brought by sthirman, by a stabilized mind, by a focused mind, by a one-pointed mind. Then comes Vividaha. And what does he attain in the consequently? When one stabilizes his mind and he becomes the master of his senses, and he is ready to put down his bad tendencies, at that time he becomes capable to destroy the Ashmanam, to destroy the big mountain of defects, of flaws, which are deep rooted in his chit, in his mind, and he attains Gavaamurvamustriyaanaam. Ustriyanam also means rays of light. Ustriyanam also means milk. So here milk means the nectar. That means knowledge. That means blessing. So one gets the blessing, one gets the knowledge which he can easily milk from Vedas. So basically Gavam here means cows. So Gavam is in plural. So it says that as one is able to milk, to attain the milk from the cows. Similarly, one can milk the knowledge, the his blessings. One can attain that bliss from Urva means that group of bliss. That bliss, when he attains, he gets that bliss in a lot of bliss he gets from the here Gavam means from Ved. So जैसे एक वेद गाय रूपी गाय से हम ज्ञान के स्रोत को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं. That's what it means that one is able to milk the knowledge and bliss from the cows of Ved. That means one gets that perception, one gets that competence, one gets that capability to understand and to perceive the meaning of Vedas in the true sense. One is able to reap the benefits, one is able to reap the bliss from that knowledge, from that nectar. So that's what this entire mantra means. And one word I have left, that is CHICCHHAVASAA. It is not given in the breakup of this month. Shavasa means bal se, by the force and by the strength, by the force and strength of his inner self. His self-confidence rises to that level. His inner strength rises to that level. His mental strength rises to that level that he is able to push back those bad tendencies. That's where we generally lack, that we are not, when we are not able to control our mind, because we are not able to push back those evil thoughts. So it says, by stabilizing one's mind, one gets that force and strength of inner self, and he is able to attain the nectar of bliss. Now the entire question still remains open: how to steady the mind. That's where we need to focus upon. And to win or control something, we need to understand its nature as well. So Ved clearly says that we need to do stuti of man. हमें मन की स्तुति करनी चाहिए. And this word stuti, this is a very profound word. We generally take it in the sense that as we do praise or we sing the glory of God, that's what stuti means. When we appreciate and thank God for his blessings, for his abundance, that's what stuti means. Though that doesn't mean stutis. The real meaning of stuti is understand, to perceive, to enhance our perception in a way that we are able to see the things the way they are. Stuti means to know, understand, to perceive the things in their true sense, in their true nature. That's what the stuti of God also means. It never means that we should blabber his actions, we should praise him merely in words, merely at the level of intellect, merely by reading and listening to what is written. That stuti should come deep from the heart. Only when we understand deeply his benevolence, his supreme actions, उस ईश्वर के उपकारों को जब हम ट्रू सेंस में समझते हैं, only then that stuti comes from deep inside. Only then that praise, that appreciation has a meaning to it. And when we truly understand, when we truly perceive his blessings, his abundance, his upkar, then we need not even do the stuti in words, because it connects with our hearts, and that stuti then burst out from our hearts. For example, if I take, let's take the example of a player who is very good, maybe who is a cricket star. If somebody really appreciates his cricketing style, if somebody really likes the way he hits the bat, or the way he plays, the way he focuses on the ball, by looking at the stamina of his body, the way he runs. When one truly understands his playing technique, his playing style, then he becomes appreciative of his play. Then he becomes appreciative the way he stands on the ground. So what I mean here is, then he will not say it in words even. He will naturally tend towards him. His heart will become naturally connect with him. His emotions will naturally connect with him. And if he will say anything good about him, then it will come direct from heart. That's what the stuti means, when he understands his playing technique, his playing style. Same is true for God, that when we understand it in the right sense, that if he is nyayakari, if he is just, then how is he just? What all he does, what, and even rising ourselves to the next level when we are even able to realize his justice, his fairness, his unbiased nature in our life, then we connect directly from the heart. Then that stuti comes from the heart. Then it's not merely in words. And why I use this, now coming back to man, same is true for mind, same is true for man. That if we really want to control it, if we really want to make maximum benefit out of it, then we need to understand the nature of mind. And to some extent, we have already understood the nature of mind in the previous sessions also. And the first mantra of that Shiv Sankalp Sukh, Yad Jagrato Duramudayati, that also explains the functioning style of this mind. So the people who understand it in its true sense, they are able to take control of it. Even in Gita, when Arjun says to Krishna in the 34th slok of the 6th chapter, he asks, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna Pramathi balvat drinam tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva dushkaram. Then he also raises his question that this mind is very fickle, this mind is very restless, this mind is pramathi, जो मुझे यहाँ से वहाँ डुलाता रहता है, which churns me out, which is very turbulent and which creates upheavals in the consciousness in the form of eager, lust, greed, etc. That you, oh Krishna, you are trying to explain me the wisdom, but I am not able to understand what you are trying to say because my mind is telling me something else. I am not able to get convinced by your opinion. My mind is becoming very restless and it is pulling me in the different direction. And he says that it is balvat, it is very strong. It overpowers the intellect and destroys the discriminating power. Then he says that it is bridam, it is very obstinate. When it sticks to a thought, when it catches either a good thought or a harmful thought, but the problem arises when it clings to a harmful thought and it ruminates over it again and again and it refuses to let go. Then it becomes a problem. Now the question arises, and he further says that controlling this mind, it seems to me like controlling the power of wind. It seems like controlling the direction of wind. And nobody has ever been able to take the control of the wind because that's why Vayu is called Matarishva, and the pressure of the air is considered to be the maximum. It is the hardest thing to control. So he gives the analogy of wind in respect to the mind, that he says that it is very difficult to control. To give response to him, then Krishna says, Asanchayam, in the very next slok, Krishna says, Asanchayam Mahabaho, Manaha Durnirgraha Chalam, Abhyasena tu Konteya, Vairagyena Chagriyate. He agrees to his problem. He himself is a yogi of very high standard, of very high level. He knows that how to control the mind. He himself stands at that level. But even then, he agrees to his he agrees to his opinion. He does not deny his problem. He does not cut short his view. Like it happens with us too when we talk to our children, and sometimes when they talk something very very unobvious, or some problem, maybe they are not able to focus on their studies, or they feel like doing something which we generally do not agree. At that time, we also lose our temper. We do not agree to them. We do not try to understand their problem from their perspective. That's where the connection between us breaks. And that's where we need to keep hold on and try to understand the things from their perspective too. That's what Sri Krishna does with the Arjun. He does not deny his problem. He did not say that what nonsense you are talking, that mind can be easily controlled. He says that, oh Mahabaho, oh the great warrior, yes, this mind is fickle, this mind is restless, but still we can control this mind by practice. Abhyasena tu konte hai. That's what Yog Darshan also says. Abhyas Vairagyabhyam Tan Nirodha, the perturbations of the mind can be controlled by practice. Practice is the key to mastery and excellence in any field. There are other fields too, wherein if we need to move upward, wherein we need to upgrade ourselves, even if that thing is difficult to achieve, if we remain undaunted, if we continue to make consistent and concerted efforts, we are able to achieve that. For example, let's take the example of typing. In the beginning, it may take a beginner to type a word in a minute, but with the practice, his fingers fly on the keyboard. Similarly, this mind, this can also be brought under control by the practice, because this is inanimate in nature. And why has God, and why is it so powerful, so obstinate? Because its journey is very long. This mind, we can either turn it into a bliss for us, or we can turn it into a disaster. It is very well said in our scriptures, Mana ev Manushyanam Karan Bandha Moksheo. It can either lead to the divine bliss, or it can become the reason of our downfall. It can become the ladder to divinity, but it depends upon us. Often we say that somebody's mind is not good, or somebody's mind is not we generally say that somebody's mind is good, somebody's mind is bad, or somebody's intellect is good, somebody's intellect is bad. However, the reality is there is no good or bad mind, there is no good or bad intellect. It only depends on how much trained or untrained your mind is in a particular direction, in a particular aspect of life. Those things in which we have natural interest, we have natural tendencies, we can easily take control of our mind. However, those areas in which we have not practiced, and that practice in which we are able, in those areas where we are able to control our mind, maybe we have put our efforts in the former lives. We are not aware of that. But nothing comes to us in our life without putting effort. Similarly, this practice keeps us going. Practice helps us achieve excellence in life. That's what Shri Krishna also suggests it to Arjun, that we can make this mind our best friend or the worst enemy. Why does it become our worst enemy? Because of its powerful nature, because of its mighty nature. As we did in the previous session as well, that it is a very mighty instrument, unparalleled instrument. This has been designed with so much strength. Only then it becomes capable to make us reach to our ultimate destination, to make us reach to the liberation, to make us reach to that ultimate bliss, to that absolute bliss. Now, we as a trainer, we as the driver of this mind, we need to be well trained. We need to be the good master and not a lazy master or not a bad master. So that depends upon us, that how well we are able to drive this mind. And that's where stuti comes into the picture. When that mantra says, Yad Jagrato Duramudati, Yad Jagrato Duramudati, Daivam Tadu Suptasya Tathaivati, that this mind is so powerful that the way it travels far and wide, it keeps on flittering from one subject to another, it keeps on hopping from one thing to another. The same way it goes far and wide during sleep state as well. In the dreaming state also, our mind runs in all directions. So it says that when you sleep, this mind is even difficult to control during the daytime. It is not easy. We all realize that. Then do not leave this mind uncontrolled or undirected before going to sleep. That's why this Shiv Sankalpa mantra, they have been popularly known as nighttime mantra, that before going to sleep, let's give the best direction to our mind. We should not leave our mind unbridled. We should not leave it undirected. The last instruction which we give to that mind before going to sleep, that will take care of the mind to its best level. So before going to sleep, we should chant these mantras. Not just chant this mantra, rather understand the nature of mind on the basis of this mantra. Contemplate on our thoughts, read good books, or listen to good sermon, or reading any of the textbook or the biography of the noble people. So that helps. The directions, whatever we feed this mind with, whatever we put this instruction we put into this mind, that mind will definitely feed us back with that. It does not work on its own. It works absolutely on our instructions. It may not happen in the first go, but with practice, with consistent efforts, it will come in our control in whichever direction we need to take control of it. And there is still more to discuss about this, and we will do it in our next session. I think now the time is up. So that's so here I conclude this.
Any questions, please? Unmute yourself and ask.
अनन्या जी नमस्ते।
Namaste Ji.
जैसा कि आपने कहा शिव संकल्पमस्तु ये मंत्र रात्रि को सोने से पहले बोलें, क्या
जी।
ये मन को नियंत्रित करते हुए निद्रा में सहायक होता है?
Actually, देखिए, यदि हम if we before going to sleep, if we watch a movie, if we leave our mind in a hyper state, कोई भी ऐसे ही randomly thoughts चल रहे हैं, right? And we sleep. So वो जो thoughts हैं, they will always get triggered during the dreaming state. और ऐसा हम बच्चों के साथ भी देखते हैं, जब वो कोई ऐसी maybe कोई डरावनी मूवी देख करके सोए या कुछ फाइटिंग वाला बहुत देख के सोए, तो उनके तो बॉडी मूवमेंट्स भी होते हैं. सो बिकॉज जब माइंड अपने सेंसेस से डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है ड्यूरिंग स्लीपिंग टाइम, तो वट एवर इसके पास इन स्टोर होता है, इट कीप्स ऑन रनिंग इन दैट डायरेक्शन. सो अगर हम इस पे बेस्ट इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे करके सोते हैं, कुछ अच्छा पढ़ के, ईश्वर का चिंतन करके, ओम का उच्चारण जप करके, कुछ भी अच्छा दे करके सोते हैं, तो आई थिंक डेफिनेटली इट एड्स वैल्यू टू इट.
अनिल जी, एक छोटा सा प्रश्न है.
हाँ जी.
People have tendency of hypertension in the night times, so they take the medication. So I just want to understand, जितना भी शिव संकल्प बोले उनके लिए तो
हाँ.
मन में उतना काबू नहीं पा सकते, तो any solution for this, any
जी.
suggestion for this?
हाँ जी. देखिए, वो जो बिफोर दैट एक तो केवल मंत्र बोलने से नहीं, मंत्र इटसेल्फ मीन्स मननात इति मंत्र है ना, जो हमने बोला है उसको समझे, उस पर मनन करें, उस पर चिंतन करें। वही मैंने आपको जैसे स्तुति का भी बताया, बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ स्तुति इज टू अंडरस्टैंड, टू कॉन्टेम्पलेट, टू अंडरस्टैंड इट इन ट्रू सेंस एंड टू पुट इट इन योर लाइफ। मतलब जैसा हमने सुना, जैसे मैंने प्रैक्टिस के लिए बोला, तो वो प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी उस दिशा में, राइट? तो केवल मंत्र जप से तो नहीं होगा, उसको राइट सेंस में समझ करके, और जैसे मैंने एग्जांपल दिया कि कुछ अच्छा पढ़ के, कोई भी एक अच्छा पेज पढ़ के, मे बी कुछ अच्छा चिंतन ध्यान करके, कुछ अच्छा सुन करके सोएंगे, किसी जो भी हमारे ऋषि मुनियों की किताबें हैं, जो भी कोई हमारे जिनसे हम इम्प्रेस रहते हैं, जो भी कोई महान आत्माएं हुई हैं, उनकी ऑटोबायोग्राफी पढ़ करके सोएं, इट डेफिनेटली गिव्स अ गुड डायरेक्शन। और केवल सोने की बात नहीं है, मतलब ये तो जो मन में हम डालेंगे, इट वर्क्स थ्रू आउट द एंटायर डे, मतलब पूरा दिन भी हमारा अच्छा होना चाहिए। जो भी हम करें, मतलब कहते हैं कि जो भी हम देखते हैं, जो भी हम सुनते हैं, एक एक की छाप मन पर पड़ती है, एवरी इंप्रेशन काउंट्स। अब वही इंप्रेशन जो है हमें नेक्स्ट एक्शन के लिए ट्रिगर करता है, तो जितना हम राइट डायरेक्शन में चलते जाते हैं, उतना ही माइंड जो है स्ट्रीमलाइन होता चला जाता है, वो थॉट्स जो हैं धीरे 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 क्लियर होते चले जाते हैं।
धन्यवाद।
Yeah,
जी।
just want to add something. Don't tell them. I'm not talking. I'm not telling you, but I'm telling the audience over here. If somebody is taking hypertension medicines, don't tell them to stop taking the medicines. They should continue taking the medicine, and also meditation helps over there. But once you have to learn the right way to meditate, and hopefully it will reduce the amount of medicines you are taking. So
Very
don't want to
true.
give that idea. But I personally, I meditate in the morning. I meditate before going to bed, and before going to bed, that really helps. When you meditate on that
Yeah,
God,
sound sleep, you get a sound sleep। जी बिल्कुल
you get a
ठीक कह
sound
रहे
sleep.
हैं। जी।
The other thing I wanted to add is here. Let me share my screen. That word is not missing. It is still there. It is just
आनंद।
अच्छा,
that is
okay.
chit and shavsa. So chit, the ta changes to cha, and so sha has changed to cha over there by rules of Ashtadhyaya. Okay? So that word is there.
धन्यवाद।
So if there are no further questions, we can have a Shanti part and call it a day.
क्वेश्चन तो नहीं, एक कमेंट है। ब्लड प्रेशर के लिए हम एक प्राणायाम करते हैं, उससे ब्लड प्रेशर कंट्रोल किया जाता है। और रात को सोने के लिए किस पोस्चर में हम सोते हैं, उसका भी असर होता है निद्रा पर।
जी जी बिल्कुल।
चलिए जी, आप शांति पाठ करा दीजिए।
जी
नमस्ते अन्या जी।
हाँ जी,
आप
नमस्ते जी।
शांति पाठ कर दीजिए, उसके बाद फिर जो क्वेश्चन होगा फिर वी कैन कंटिन्यू गोइंग। ओके प्लीज।
जी।
जय
ओम द्यौ शान्तिरन्तरिक्षं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः।
सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। अनन्या जी, आपका भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इट टेक्स अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम इन प्रिपेयरिंग व्हाट वी हैव टू स्पीक। सो बहुत बहुत आपका धन्यवाद जुड़ने के लिए, और
धन्यवाद।
सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। एंड देन टुडे आई थिंक 9 PM दैट Bhagavad Gita class is supposed to happen. So just keep an eye on the WhatsApp if it's going to happen or not. So I am going to close the session now. Please, I will see you guys either at 9 or if not, tomorrow Saturday. Just a reminder that 11 a.m. Apsa Havan starts at 11 a.m. जिनका रुचि हो, जिनके पास time हो, so please do join that. So सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, and I'm going to close the session now.
Thank you.